Well, today we are going to make a cherry almond zucchini bread using our cherry almond dip mix. And my helper today is Martha Moser. She's my cousin from Morton, and she was the vice president at one time of Methodist Hospital. So there might be somebody that worked for you over there. So she's going to shred the zucchinis, and these little things. Martha and I had an aunt out in Sabetha that these are so sharp. They're stainless steel, so I know they're 100 years old because she died at what, 93 or something. And so she's shredding that zucchini, and then she's going to do the lemon zest with the other one. So in the meantime, I am going to whip up these eggs, and guess what? My chickens are laying eggs. I've been getting 2 or 3, and I was telling our granddaughter that I have a double egg, and she says, Grandma, I've had all those chickens, and I've never had a double egg. So I said, well, I'm going to save that one for you. And the recipe calls for 2, but I'm going to put 3 in because these little eggs are very...
they're like pullet eggs.
They are. Well, they're just starting to lay. So we whip this up real good. To whip it up till it looks like lemon yellow. Well, these chickens, they're not running around outside, but they're in a chicken pen where they love sweet corn, and we have lots of sweet corn right now. So they get the leftover ears. The cherry almond dip mix, we added 1/2 or was it 1/2 cup of hot water, 1/4 cup of hot water, just when we first started here, so it kind of soaks up those cherries and apples or whatever else is in there. Now I will add to this egg mixture, I will add sugar. It's a 3/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup or 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, and 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and 1/3 of a cup of water. So we'll get that all mixed together here. How you doing on that? Oh, Martha's doing a great job.
I can smell the lemon.
Yeah. I love the smell of real lemon. And we preheated the oven to 350. Now we have 2 cups of flour here, and we're going to mix that with the sugar and eggs. And we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So we'll add this, and we'll beat that up real good. I'm sure glad Martha Ann's helping me. This would take me a long time to get this all done. Martha's mother, her name was Martha, and she used to bake the most beautiful rolls and bread and candy and cookies when I was a little girl, my mom would drop us off there, and well, she went grocery shopping. So they lived in Morton, and they had this big house with a big swing on the front porch, which I just thought that swing was the best. I used to sit on there and swing and watch the cars and everything go by. So get rid of all this stuff. Now we will fold in the zucchini and the lemon zest. We won't mix that in, we'll just fold it in. And then the almond, cherry almond mix. And see it with this hot water in here, it really kind of soaked up. Added a little moisture to those. There's almonds, and I think they might be little bits of cherries, yes. So we'll put that in there. Fold all that together. And I'll need that cake or that bread pan. Yep. We'll fold this all together. It just makes a real delicious bread. And everybody has zucchinis. My husband always says you don't want to leave your car unlocked at church because you might have zucchinis when you come out.
It's true.
So that's all blended together. And we'll pour it in. Oops. That wasn't steady enough, that little thing there. Thanks, Martha. That's okay. So we have preheated the oven to 350, and this takes about 1 hour. Place that in the oven. Yep. And this is the one that I made yesterday.
Oh, looks good.
And my husband wanted to taste to make sure that it was good. So that's why there's a little piece missing out the end. And I thought it looked nice on this platter that we had for sale out there. And it kind of cracked, and you can see the raspberry or the cherries blended in there. So there you go, a nice thing bread to use your zucchini.
Well, it's a new variation on zucchini bread, so
Yes.
it looked very good, and that lemon smelled wonderful. So, all right, well, we will.
Another thing,
Yes.
this Country Home Creations, they just have all kinds of nice things.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Zesty Bread dipping mix, which you just mix a little bit of oil with this. You can use it on red potatoes. Now we have a tater tosser, but this is very similar to the tater tossers. And you take red skinned potatoes and you cut them up, chop them up. You put a onion in there, chop the onion, a half a cup of olive oil, and a tablespoon of this mix. And you mix that all together, and then you can put it in the oven or in the skillet. And it makes a nice zesty potato dish.
Yeah, easy.
It's easy. Or with the bread, you can just olive oil and a half a cup of olive oil on a tablespoon of this to dip your bread in.
Mhm.
So when you're having company, if you want to have that nice little flavor. But these country home creations we have quite a few different varieties.
Yep. Well, it looks like another good thing you've made, Grandma, so we will wait and see what you can come up with for next week.
Yes, and the employees will be in here to eat.
Yep, it's break time. I see them coming.